That's what it's all Damn. Oh, shit. Shoot. Too angry, Red. This is garbage. It's nothing but sugar. We gotta even had this garbage. It's just garbage. Snizzle. It's done before. I should have get all this done earlier, but oh well. Oh. Woo. See how these is small one? See how these work? And I have the green tips. Magazines in this. I got some plastic flashbangs. What's happening, everybody? So, you know, I set up everything last night to go live. I took a nap, and it lasted longer than that. And I didn't wake up until 7 o'clock this morning. So, it's 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7. Well rested. Anywho, my toes still give me a problem, but it's gone down. It's not as sore. I'm mobile on it. So, I rubbed my foot down with some Jah black seed oil. A lot of y'all know I've got like 3 different forms of it. The only problem that I have with Jah is it's got, and I call them and says, why is it putting off omega-6, which is the worst thing we need? 3 and 9 is fine. And I says, coming from cumin, the seed, there's no omega-6 in there. So if you're saying this is organic, where is that coming from? Don't tell me refined process. Cold press is one thing. You say if it's organic, that means it's cold press. It doesn't matter if you put it on there or not. Now, if you say anything else, this is old nutrition. Now, now omega-6 is actually halfway decent for the skin. Not topical, not inertial, coming from the inside. Not at all. All right? So, I rub my feet down with it. Or, you know, I got cute feet anyway. But, besides the scratching and playing this cat does, because I like to walk around barefoot all the time. War wounds from that. My daily lime water, no honey. It's good to be well informed. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm going out to range today. I'm sighting another. Do what I got to do. You know what I mean? I'm not going to record it either. Meet a couple of guys out there, sight their guns in, and hopefully they're not out there no more than about an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know, weather's weird. You know, give or take, however you want to look at it. So I got this book I'm waiting on. I told you I was going to tell you, but it's pretty much based on the moon's influence. And we, those in the knowing, know that witchcraft is hypocrisy. We know that the history of witch hangings and burnings had everything to do with melanated people, nobody else, because the women were powerful and they needed you, the enemy, whether we want to call the Anakin was always with us, but regardless of what their true name is, all right? The Nephilim, if you want to say based upon demons, Jannah, darkness, it doesn't matter. Satan is loose, it don't matter. What's less important is what they are and who they are. They can be other people. What is important to know that it's an existence of reality and truth. For those who are in the religious forever, look, if you're religion, well, look at this. In Brazil, they had this pasty-ass, fake-ass individual statue standing up over them all for over about a century, I think. I forget. I knew when they put the statue up, the piece of crap, garbage. And from what I understood, there was something else there they destroyed based on Tartaria, and they had to put something else. Let me pull it up and see if I can pull it up right quick. Okay? I'm going to see if I can pull it up, all right? Rio de Janeiro, right? If I remember right, you know, and I think that's with an A, right? Janeiro. Many times I've been there. I think it's Janero, right? IRO. Okay, excuse me. I should put established instead of created. Completed in 1931. What did I tell you about this little book right here? Right? Based on what? 1939. What did I tell you about the 1800s? The turnover in 1867 by us not seceding, but turning over to a new chapter. What was behind it? What was allowed to be seen? Why is it that people have a hard time believing in the deluge being real? Let me tell you something. There was a world catastrophic event of a flood. Was it allowed to eradicate the green walls around us and establish an ice wall to change the seasons and everything else, to manipulate the years? Who would do that? Those things unseen but by a few, and then disappeared. Look, y'all need to come up out of the shadows and stop being worried about things. In the shadow, You run around with fear, envy. Remember I was telling you about the 7 sins? And then I was talking about the 7 virtues? Well, if you come up out the shadows, Pandora's box, whatever you want to call it. I don't care if you want to call it the little box you can buy now from Hellraiser. Listen, there's things you shouldn't play with, and there's things that you should be in line with. I invited people from Facebook. I know my Aunt Cynthia comes over here. I know a few people come over here and watch my videos, and they don't open their friggin' mouths. Compulsoryism is a reality. The problem is most people won't alleviate themselves from the lies, to be destitute in the perversions of the lie of those lies, all right, and to believe they can elevate themselves, or they can find a place where, hey, look, it's about over anyway. See, that right there is abominable. That is abomination of who you are. That is part, and that is all inclusive to what is been done and all designed around us. Let's say the creator of creation of everything did bring the deluge on to rid the earth. Do you think that the creator, I'm not saying he or she, would have, Roger Michaels, man, I'm about to fire you, would have done that and left things here? See, this is where I have an issue with some things. If it was going to rid the earth of all evil, vile, darkness, zuni, all right, it would have done so. But not leaving anything for the test. And then again, who's to say that it was a test, but to show how powerful it truly was? I don't think it has to do that. Now, freedom of will, that's a whole nother dynamic. The reality is, in the carnival over there, and I was surprised at what I saw in Louisiana too, with certain individuals dressing up. But the spirit was strong. And they were them little fleeky things, like that Father Flex character in ATL, who used to be a little tough gangster up north, move to ATL so they can, instead of doing all the tough walking around, now he put paint his nails and get his little dancing boyfriend and be as flagrant as they want. This is not hate. The reality is he chose not to live a lie no more. I wish the rest of y'all who live a lie would stop living that lie and deal with. See, he's willing, and this is why I commend Father Flex. We know he's not our father. He might have a son or a daughter. I don't care. I don't follow the cat. He's married to some dancing dude, right? From what I hear, I don't look him up. I've had people talk to me about these individuals, and I keep telling them, I don't care about what's happening in ATL. I know so-and-so from New York went there. I knew the nigga was gay up there. I know that P. Diddy's made trips down there. Tons of them. And you'd be surprised at where he stayed at. But I'm not about all that. The reality is, there's an end to it all. And it matters not. Let's say that they have been dealing with us to a certain point to find out how they can destroy us minutely or utilize us to the best to get beyond the membranes to fight that which created us. What if they get up there and they realize that all that time, us being slowly put to sleep and destroyed here was allowing us to all come back together into the one being that was always meant to be. And in that final destitution, to pull them down and destroy them completely, all based upon their ignorance. That and it's as if it's a cycle or a game to see how great can I allow things to be in creation, to subjugate the best of me in my weakest form, which is not weak at all, and keeping us divided does not allow us to become on the earth in the physical, which has already told us. For when you look into the water, what do you see? But you see the image of God. What is wrong with people having a hard time interpreting the truth in that? See, we have these idiots like Farrakhan and Bobby Hammond and all these other people who said wonderful things, but they're not the truth. They have turned away from unification to grab onto the worldly things that was created by the Creator in the first place, but not in the perverse that you see. And if they were as powerful as they mitigate themselves and such influence over the brokenness of who we are, wouldn't they say we all need to be together right now? And say there's no other words? What we're going through, we wouldn't be going through if that were the case. Nobody would. we would actually probably just unify. We would see something probably miraculous, and that I can guarantee you. The problem is, I've watched posts with pale skins running their little goofy mouths, sounding so very arrogant and ignorant, and I even commented. I've been waiting on a couple of comments to come back. I got this funny feeling, ain't nobody, if anybody says something, it's going to be with utter stupidity and dumbitudes beyond the scope of all truth. Right now you have politicians who are in place, and they're so broken and fractured. Especially these pale skin ones. The melanateds are even worse, but they are so perverse that they can't even hide their satiation, how happy they feel and what they do, not knowing that they're going to be persecuted beyond all levels of persecution. Now, the enemy doesn't care about these. These are the individuals who some of these pale skins follow out there when they're talking about, whenever you see a pale skin out there about black, they show their conditioning. You show that they are the most conditioned, broken individuals on earth. I don't say that to be hateful, my pale skin brothers and sisters. I say that because that's the truth. And who did it? Your pale skin relatives, who you like to call white, as if you're something great with your fake privilege. And that's all it is, a very short-lived privilege that you were never meant to have, because you was part of the cycle. You was part of the cycle of return, but you don't even know that. Because you allow somebody to pervert you, and that's these dumbass Zionists, these 13 fake motherfuckers. And that's what they are. They tried to marry into my family and change the bloodline to pervert it, and it didn't work. Oh, we know. Oh, we know more than, look. And it took, you know what's funny? It took even their own telling the truth. See, that's the crazy, we would have never known if it weren't for them who came and told the truth. So, anywho, you look at all these bastions walking around, they're talking about the politics and the government. There's no real government here. I mean, I know it's hard for y'all to conceptualize or perceive this. But if you do not allow yourself to be big, then how can you see the bigger picture? If you do not allow yourself to emancipate from the narrative of foolishness, colorism, and everything else, and we have always been the teachers. Martin Luther King, you better go and read his whole dying life. We taught y'all. And the funny thing is, y'all hard-headed. It took us a long time to teach y'all how to even cultivate the soil. And even in doing that, you started perverting it right off the back. And then later on, you would come and take well over 68 million acres of what fed you dumb fucks. Then you started calling yourself cowboys. You never could be a cowboy. That's who we are. You don't even know what cowboy means or its true etymology. It has nothing to do with you. But now y'all ride around and we what do? We're the most compromised. Hey, what's going on? We still riding with you. But what happens to y'all? Y'all think you think you own it and you take over. You think you're a controller. Like country music. You think y'all created country and bluegrass. Y'all think y'all created rock and roll and punk rock. This is how, and we're talking about within the last century and stuff. Y'all really believe that y'all created this stuff and you didn't create none of it. They even went as far as to make some damn half-breed Mongol as if they created jazz. No, you did not. No, you did not ever in your life. And the problem is, they couldn't even eradicate the truth of that history, and that was debunked that quick. And because jazz singers stood up going, what the fuck? And they said, who started that? And that was some pasty-ass pale skin that did that. The nasty. When I say pasty-ass, it means you nasty. You're irrelevant. Okay? Yeah, no. They didn't comment. You know why? Because I've gained just about on Instagram, where I was at 866 and I was getting rid of people. I want to get down to 400-500. I'm well over 5,000 or 6,000 now, something like that. I don't know. I don't count it. People tell me. And that's because they keep coming every day. I had this right now. 3 more people follow me because I'm about telling the truth. I don't even have my YouTube channel on Instagram. I put that on there. More brothers and sisters will come over here who are willing to listen and pay attention instead of the goofies who want to come and look. Did they find us out? Did they find us out? Look, nobody cares about y'all walking around down underground with giants or how long they've been or hiding and what. We don't care. Let's say that they got a world machine and they manipulating everything. You think we care? I know they probably got you convinced. We created them to test them on the surface to see who we can use. That's not the truth. So I know that's one of the narratives. We already heard that from one of them. So it's far from the truth. Gullible dummies, as if experimenting up here is going to be safe and all right. See, people have a hard time dealing with something when somebody's relevant. Because they want the relevant individuals to become relevant. Now watch how many people start talking about this. Ever since I've been reading these books, because Oscar found this, that, and other, everybody started becoming more conscious of alien aware or conscious. And the word alien, you need to strip from your tongue. You know what alien really means? Anybody know what the true etymology of the word alien means? No, I know you don't. None of you. Not one of you. Trust me. Don't even start typing and Googling. Worst place to find is on Google. You don't know what it is. It don't mean some little weird looking thing. A friend of mine put a post up when I was on the res with one of the people of the original inhabitants of Nepal, or what we were speaking on yesterday, Nepal, as far as I'm concerned, the Andes Islands, whatever, Andros Islands, whatever, and like not the Sam people though. These are cut off, like the kinfolk, with the straight hair up, and that's what the troll, and that's the Twa. That's the Twa of Mississippi. The Twa were everywhere. I keep telling y'all, and they either had to be amalgamated or wiped out. Why? Because they were very powerful. At that height, that short, you know how much the strength they're capable of? Why is that a man with the shorter arms is more powerful on the bench press than a guy with longer arms? But see, we're living in a time of introvertedness, backwards, upside down. I just want people to see things for what they are. Like I said, I'm not here to stop nothing. If I was, I wouldn't be on here talking and shit. What I need y'all to do is snap about your damn. A lot of y'all still chemical lobotomized. I know you're still going through whatever. This AM, you know what I ate? Because today is when I break my fast and I'll start it back in 3 more days for another 4 to 5 days. Intermittent, it start 2 days, nothing. Then 1 day, I had the little juice, you know, y'all saw me, the Cashapp with the 1 egg, maybe a ganale. Yeah, that's how it's gonna go. And then, because I'm not vegan right now. So this AM, I had, I would say, a 1/4 cup of the bison that has curry, very anise, which is part of a Japanese spice, or whatever you want to call it, Chinese 5 spice. Anise, curry, because of the flavonoids. Put cayenne in it. I didn't heat it up. I had lentil with tomato and cumin stew. Those are organic. I bought hundreds and hundreds of those. That's not even my dry foods. Hundreds. These things, the ones I got, 2 of those a day will last me 4 years alone. Eating it, even not heated. And with the Hindu long grain brown, it seems like brown rice, but it's really turmeric, you know, infused. So I had that, the whole thing, with 4 mushrooms. I just had the portobello. I didn't want the cremini or oysters, which is really good. No shiitake, which I love. And a 1/4 of an onion, 2 slices cut up. I was going to show y'all live how to make it. No, I popped it in, I nuked it for like 2 minutes. I ain't care, radiated. Well, whatever. I'm down there getting hit with 75 EMF anyway. Well, what the thing is, when I tap it with the cayenne and the turmeric and the black pepper and I whip it around, the radiation don't matter no more. The flavonoids are kicked off again and I devoured it. Well, actually, there's still, y'all know my stomach is like even smaller than my fist, and I ain't got no small fist. So I gotta finish that. And that was over an hour and 20 minutes ago, and I still got like half of it to eat. I just can't eat it all. So it's going to sit there until I can eat it, and it's fine. You know, that's the perversion of the refrigeration to which we've had for a very long time. You see what I'm saying? People don't know how to allow themselves to be subjugated to order. They believe if they start doing something opposite from what they've been doing, that's it's gonna wreck them. Right now, what's the thing on everybody's paying attention to on the internet? It's Mav Hoffa, him, and Charleston White. Charleston White playing that guy like a rugby. Before Charleston White goes after somebody, he done already did the background work on the individual. I know stuff about Mav Hoffa that could wreck his whole. Look, let me tell you something. That's not what I'm here to do. But you see what he does with that fake New York bull crap? Yo, son, play the rap music. See, them are punks. See, when I was growing up Jersey and living in New York and all that shit, right? You was a cat to come and you got to start rapping and singing before you act upon something. You was a biatch. You come across something like that, and I hear you rapping. I already knew what was cracking. I'm punching you in the side of your head so hard that I'm trying to drive you like we at the NASCAR. That's foot to the pedal to the metal. I'm hitting you so hard. I'm doing my best to fracture my wrists, break my hand, and cause my forearm to push out from the back of to push out. That's how hard I'm hitting you. And that's when you know that when you move like that, that's why I broke so many jaws and cracked so many. I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you the truth. I've broken so many bones around the eye and stuff because you come around me with that rap, standing there being real silent and too close in my zone, or standing somewhere and you look like you trying to be sly, like you hit. I don't care if I'm wrong. And that's what Mav Hoffa is doing. He's doing this goofiness. It's not the pack. There's an idiot. And the Charleston White's playing on this stupidity. Anybody that lived in New York grew up there, and they know what I'm talking about. That's like the South. Anybody running around emotionally disturbed, especially any men, other than being broken because they was raised with a woman, so they picked up more of the traits of that female, they're feminine, but still running around as men because they haven't slept with another man yet. They do something and they act on something, and you got to remember all the soy and all the change the estrogen in them now. Regardless of how well they look, that'll change in about 15, 20 years if they're here. They think about their actions long after they've done it. That's not what men do. We're more rational. We're with purpose. So what Mav Hoffa doing? He's chasing the dragon. The dragon just happens to be Charleston White. Mav Hoffa's setting himself up. And the last thing I heard, somebody hit me up and said, "Oh, I know you ain't with it, Red, but you heard Mav Hoffa talking about getting the cops involved." Well, that's who Mav Hoffa is. He right now, y'all know he's a millionaire, right? Do you know how he's made his millions? Oh, I don't want to hear about his rap game, man. I don't want to hear about that goofy. He got caught up in that bull crap. So he followed the Zionist narrative. He's a punk ass nigga too. I don't care about the barbershop crap. He cued a certain thing. You know what I'm saying? Come on. People don't even want to know these things, man. Look. I'm gonna read some comments because every time I give a shout out, there's a whole lot of comments and nothing pops up. So today I see that a bunch of people came in. I appreciate y'all, not a lot, like everybody, because you know the CIA. Look, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this first. Somebody was pointing out how TikTok, blah blah blah, the FBI, Twitter, and all. Listen to me. They all CIA is big on Instagram, this and Facebook. I says until y'all realize the truth of what they were created for, it's all an experiment. Just leading to what y'all getting. Look, man. If y'all can't figure it out and put it together, man, it's not my problem. It's damn sure not my fault. That's on y'all. All right? All these platforms. Okay? So they're hiding me as best as they can. The worst thing in the world they could do. There's no hiding. Y'all are playing a part too. Only a few share me. West Side, Lloyd, only a few people share me. I see it, it says mentions, and I go down there, I see everybody that shares me. I don't know what the problem is, but you're telling yourself too. I just wanted to inform you to that. Nothing else. It's on you. And when I say it's on you, I really mean it's on you. That divisiveness, that division, that hurt came over here, didn't say nothing, didn't communicate and say, hey, and actually received the love back. To know that what you thought was a fiction, because I said your name or said something, I may have spoken your name because of the turbulent part of the game you're playing. But how could you know if you sit there and enumerate it? Just another number. Instead of standing up and being what you're supposed to be. Everybody thinks they know everything. And most people don't know nothing. They don't know when somebody wants to bring people together, but they got to beat up the lie. And so when you beat up the lie, everybody gets a little butt hurt because they love living the lie. And it's funny how everybody recommends the certain part in the Matrix when what's the name sitting there talking about, I know it's not a steak, but see, everybody's got a lot of butts. That's where the isms come from. I am not a hue of a man. I am not part of no mankind. That's beast. And see, this is where y'all make a mistake. I am man. They always say I am woman. Hear me roar. I am man. Let me thump you on your nugget. Let me see some comments in here so we can. Yay, man! Y'all been rapping a lot. Rhonda, what's going on, beloved brother? Creator 7, what's going on, my kin folks? Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Great Wolf. What's going? I just hit you back too, man. Peace and love, brother. Respect. You know what I'm saying? I hope the wife's sitting down watching with you. She need to get her own YouTube channel and come on in and subscribe, and everybody subscribe and chat together. So what's going on, baby girl? You know I hit you up this morning. What's cracking? You from a foreign country? Yeah, you from a alien? Yeah, that's close, hon. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. It's not greater. It's bigger than, but foreign country, foreign somewhere. Okay, not out of space. But it's true etymology. His arms are closer to his torso. What? Oh. Okay. Counteract the radiation. Exactly. Battles back in days. I remember when rap battles on the corner turned into fist fights. Yeah, so do I. Was in a few of them. I remember going to Maryland, go-go music and all that kind of stuff out of which call it, and going to talent shows. And after getting on the stage, when I was with the 7 MCs, and I remember my boy said, Jay Wiz, and I come in, I'm always on time, and I was young. You gotta remember, I was like 16, 17. I'm always on time, any MC in the place, and I'm always on time, any MC in the place, and if you do, you're in trouble, and of course you lose your name, because I'm MC Waller, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, anyway, right? I was rocking that, and you could see the girls going crazy, and I was holding the mic, and we had the lead suit with the graffiti down the pants leg, the fat 3 lace with the Adidas, all white, like flat white. We call, hit the paint with them, and the all like bright white with the gazelles. I used to rock the what you call Kango, like Fat Albert, like Reg. Instead of just we used to put the creases right, and I'm rocking it like we had to fight our way up out of there. And we was household names. Somebody else used their names later on in life, 7 MCs, you know what I'm saying? And we made like 5 or 7, hard, like, if somebody was to find them, this was hot. But it was always a fight, but it was always about jealousy. It was never about when it all started, when we started, you know what I'm saying? Back in 78. And I'm saying, what was that? I remember Adam Sandler's The Longest Yard spiked the security guard vitamin with estrogen pill. Yeah, but see, that's That's them telling. It's nothing new, nothing they do, anime or anything. They'll stop doing certain things to go to the next. That's the statement. There's nothing new under the sun. You know, boy, Mike Spivey. No, who was it? Not Mike Spivey. There was somebody else making a comment about the sun and the moon being up. And they said there's other suns and moons. No, there's a cycle when you can see the other sun and moon align with ours, but they're right above us. Who remembers me from Facebook when I went outside and I showed the sun and the moon, and I had a friend on the other side of fake round world? I called him and say, "Hey, can you see the moon?" And he said, "Yes." We're looking at the moon. It's not another moon. Where he's at in England, that he could see the moon, it was nighttime. I could see the moon, it was bright day. You got to remember, it's the difference from what you see. It's in a certain part of the stratosphere, or in the hemisphere, whatever level they want to name, you want to accept it to be. Where they spraying at 10,000 feet. You got to know there's miles and miles and miles and miles up, people. Oh, there's a lot that go up there. You had amateur rocketeers reaching 400,000 feet and showing you the sun below it. Why is it that they always take those down? Listen to me. I'm not here to talk about no flat goddamn earth. We know this place ain't no spinning ball. He said, "Yeah, Red," and I was live on Facebook with my other phone. I tried to keep that phone working as long on my little flip. And yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That says, what is it? Is it a 3/4, 4? It says 4. We're looking at a full moon. It's 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. in the morning, in the so-called morning. I'm looking at the sun, little blue standing there. He's about a year old now, drinking water from the plant where I always water. I made him a trough on the rest. So, all right, there's the sun, guys. Very close. Very, very close. And then there's the moon. And he's in England. He's in England. He's in England. I'm in Arizona, Coast California. He's in England. He sees the moon. It's nighttime. 10 o'clock in the a.m. You tell me. And nobody had nothing to say. That first account got blocked, supposedly dismissed, until Instafuck come around, and all of a sudden I could see all my accounts. So you know who was sitting there just studying it. So again, I could be wrong. Nothing wrong with being wrong. I mean, unless you're doing mischievous and harmful things. So that being said, yeah. Dead men walking here. Coma alarm. You heard about what's cracking, family? What's going on? They wake up according to the time they set before the reset meantime. Yeah, well, yeah, everybody. Remember I said, not everybody's gonna wake up. Not everybody will see and hear, but it doesn't mean that they'll what's the term? Anointed? I ain't big on that. But some people are meant to be. It's just meant to happen. And it's almost like a board game, like when you roll the dice. Is it gonna fall on 4 and a 2, or is it gonna fall on a 3 and a 3? It's still gonna be 6. Is it gonna be snake eyes, or are we gonna get 12? I mean, what we're gonna take, the high road or mercy road? So just like dominoes, right? When you want to make point, but for some reason you just don't get the appropriate. You don't have the appropriate blank, which you're supposed to take out anyway, depending on which one you're playing. But you don't have the appropriate double to match, whether it be a 3-3 to go on the end of a 3 that somebody might put down. So you can't point. So you give it, depending on how many playing, you give it to the next, and they point, but you had the magical hand and you just laid it wrong. How the dice is shook and how the hand is dealt. Most people ain't gonna wake up. Some people are. Some people are gonna totally ignore it. Keep climbing up the wall like you Batcat. You know, you look great doing it too. Yeah, I appreciate that, hon. Yeah, but I appreciate you guys coming in. I know yesterday I didn't read, man, except for I said I had to read this to y'all. This is a real old 1939. This is again Webster's Universal unabridged, I hate that word, unabridged dictionary and atlas of the world. And this is not one, it's I. Just to remind you, I went to sleep, doing my best not to tear. I'm about ready to do the old high school, get paper bag and tape, scotch tape, and make a cover for this thing, just to protect it, man. No, this is official 1939 book. Real deal. I just don't like showing or reading certain books, certain information. Even though I might talk about some things, doesn't mean I necessarily want to pull it out. I need to go ahead and put this back up, but I need to read as much of it as possible. I never really got involved in reading it, even though I had the PDF. The PDF, it was before the PDF, it was microfiche. You can looking through the little thing, scroll up and down and around, you know what I mean? You go to the library and you go in the microfiche, you pull it out and you put it in the little thing and you sit there in the library. It's all digital now. But I felt it more important to have the book. Honestly, y'all, I've had this book for a long time. Let me stop being so more, I guess you call it moral subjugation. It's bullshit. Anyway, there is so much stuff in here that will blow your friggin' mind when you want to know the truth about some things. And this is still got a lot of BS in it too. When I say BS, I'm talking about as far as what was permitted, and you'll see it. So I gotta keep it out the sun, and I gotta put it up. All right. So, but today when we come back, I just gotta work up a good stank. You know, I got a number 2. You know what I mean? We're gonna go and read an original history of ancient Americas. I just love what y'all know what I've read in that so far. It's just blowing everybody out. All these nunk sayers and all these idiots. I ain't with that we Indian shit no more. We all thought to this. It doesn't matter what the idiots say. Arthur Kessler, the 13th tribe, and behold a pale horse. And then later on, I might just go ahead and read all of this because I really want to get to the other books. DNA of the Gods, the Book of Giants, based on Enoch, Nephilim, and the Watchers, which are one, exposing the expositions of 1851. And you know the Heaven Birds. I got y'all. I know some of y'all like, we need to know the end of that story. It's like a good show, and then we gotta wait for the next season before you can see it again, right? I know, talk about it, and I may read this a few times more so people can sit there going, wait a minute, because I know some of y'all ain't catch everything. And then from there, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna read Nos Confoundum again, okay? But we're gonna read with the gods of Eden, and instead of this with that, we're gonna read the Wars of Anunnaki, the gods of Eden, because they go together with the man who crossed the ice, you know, Robert and his daughter, and then the land of Mars. All 3 of those books, right? And when we do this, when we read these again, these are, to me, the Spanish brother right here. His name's not up there, but Claudio Naselli, the Spanish brother right here. When he, there ain't no mind that can write this kind of stuff, all right? I don't care who you are. Now, can it be taken from somewhere? Of course. Can it be manipulated and changed? Absolutely. But I believe this, with the gods of Eden and the wars of the Anunnaki and the custodian, I think this will give a little more. And yes, I will read books again because I believe that they will help to elevate. I mean, it might be too late. They might start dropping pyramid bombs or something and decimating the whole, I don't know, flood half the planet or something. We already know they know how to do that. What are you ready to do? All right. So y'all saw what happened in the carnival in Brazil. You see everywhere these bastions exist. And they Jesuits don't mind showing themselves, especially when they feel like, oh, you know, we're about to win. What they don't know is they can be a wrench thrown into the game at any time. What they did was out of themselves. Now the enemy don't care about them getting caught up in the whirlwind and put to sleep. That's why I say they are very reckless. Look at Flint, Michigan. Look at Lori Lightfoot. She thinks she can go on about her life and be comfortable. She's gonna walk around. She look like she's paranoid when she worked, unless she was emotional. She had a little drug cocktail to keep her going through the day. You know what I'm saying? The whole lot of them. Look at Cory Booker. Anybody look at Cory Booker lately? He looked like he done saw a ghost. Look, let me inform y'all something. They're going to open their mouths in front of you because they believe that you are less than a peasant. All right? And you're so much more. They are beneath you, and you don't know it because you've accepted the role that you play in this vaudeville show. Some of you are more powerful even without the women. And some of you women, y'all can right now jump and hit and go all the way up if you want. I mean, literally, physically. If you only knew, you could just and take off. But you're unbalanced. You're still holding on. You're still afraid. And therefore, you block your true orientation. Oh, that's melanated and pale. I'm not telling no brother not to be with a pale skin woman, because a lot of them pale skin women are actually Negro, black motherfuckers. If you all into that crayon color shit, no, dead ass. There's a guy who I shared earlier who's a country singer. He passed for pale. Me, I can go and I can cock my hair, stay from out of the sun, shave my beard off because I got a Cary Grant chin, shave up. Trust me, dress up and walk around, and I've been known because of my ID. I pass one and be accepted. They think, oh, he's Spanish, he's white. I'm white and Indian. I got a birth certificate that says Negro, right? I actually have my actual copy of my hand and footprint, life of birth. And even on that, when my mama put Negro on, and she didn't even write Negro on that. They typed that on there. You can see it was the nurse that put Negro. On that one, it says white and Indian. Why does the one say one and the other one say the other? Somebody wanted me gone. Somebody didn't like it. Somebody was worried about what I might become or wanted me dead. Why was the other family hidden? Well, Mama Tina had to tell me something else. See, this is where people have a hard time. I keep telling people it's a class. It has nothing to do with reality. Everybody at one time when they came here was white. And that was a long time ago, and it was taken, misinterpreted, and then utilized to create races and all this other crap. But then we go over to the French guy who created it. What year was that? Supposedly, stop. Where we going? Supposedly, a century after King James left here, before he was murdered. You know what I'm saying? People have a hard time dealing with the reality of this. And when you look back, they have you look at black and white movies in color to make you believe that what they were wearing then was like primitive. They were wearing the most artistic, influential clothes back then, y'all. What we wearing now is a statement and a testament to our downfall. Synthetics, the straight leg crap, men walking around with man purses. Men wore the purses long ago, as far as those who were down here or here with the wrong purpose, that carried life hacks. These individuals are doing it, but they're doing it on a perversion. When I told people that the pink is masculine and the blue is feminine, they're like, what are you talking about? Now people are starting to realize, damn, dude, I didn't know that. Well, you just were never told, so what would make you look? So whenever I see somebody talking about we having a baby reveal, gender reveal, I'm like, nigga, the pink is for a boy, the blue is for a girl. The ocean's at night, the pink is in the evening, twinkle of the stars. Look at the Serengeti. Look at the sky at yellow, orange, and pinks. And the night, when the clouds of storms are dark before the monsoon. I says, why do people have a hard time with that? But the blue sky is part of nurturing. Do you see the inversion? And if you're inversion in thought and how you live and you speak it, what are you doing? Giving energy to the opposite of what everything is. So what happens in that? What happens when you give an energy speaking, which that shows how powerful you are, even in your broken frequency. You're feeding something unknowingly without the will or conscience to do so. And so you're giving it strength. You're allowing something to come in, just like everybody praying for Jesus. Am I knocking the truth of what may exist pre that? No. I am knocking the fact that you all praying and giving energy to something that didn't exist. You're going to make something exist that may exist now. You don't know how strong you are, and that's how foolish many of you have been, and you have been misguided by the most gullible and gullible. Everything is upside down, inverted, backwards, and verse. And if you think that just means a handful of things, then you, my friend, are part of that inversion. Everything. Everything. You see how some people got a group of people to follow them? And it's all the same hype that they're used to around, and they're probably laughing in their houses. And, you hear so-and-so say, what, that? And it's nothing but hate and division. And the idiots are still going to follow these individuals because they don't know no better. Will they ever call them out? Probably in a fallout. It's always going to be something negative. And that is energy that feeds the enemy. I am doing my best to get y'all to manifest and change and to come around. To pick up where my recent ancestors who are still here have screwed up and dropped the ball majorly. That's why I stay in contact with my uncle Gary. I love my aunts and all of them, but the women in my family have just failed us all the way through. Failed us. And I mean harshly. They don't get what their role was actually, what it actually was. They have played a part in the deception and the division. And the problem, the only thing that hurts me is that it's going to catch them. It's going to catch up with them. And it may be too late for them. You know, my grandmother was pretty much in her deathbed. And I hate saying that. When I went back to take care of her. And I got her walking just by diet alone and remembering things. And you know, every day that me and her talk, my Aunt Jo was out doing what she was doing, and everybody was doing what, and I was changing up her bedpan and feeding and cooking for her, and you know, and people coming through. She looked at me and, Mama, I know you're looking and listening at me now, and I might get some things wrong. Just bear with me, Mama. But she was right. She told me you was right. Jimmy, you was the smartest one in the whole family. And I look at her like, well, where'd that come from? I thought there was some deviance and just that and other. I guess she realized, you know, in the 90s, you know, she always talked highly of me. Don't get it twisted, but she could talk dirty about everybody. God dang, she became Big Mama. But she said that. I was sitting on the edge of the bed. Charisma was pretty much under her. No, Charisma was right in front of me. Always wanted to be around Mama. Last night I had to light her joint. I lit her joint. I wasn't smoking at the time. I had me some brown liquor, you know. But she said, baby, could you make me some of that okra? And that was the day, I think. When she said, can you make me some of that okra tomato stew? Because you put corn in it too, you know. I said, of course. So I get the vegetable stew. I get the vegetable broth, which is not hard to make either. But I get the vegetable broth and I soak the okra, which is organic. See, back in Jersey, you can still get organic okra. People grow it. Not coming from Mexico where they're using all that crap because that's not really part of their staple. And it's not from Africa. Okra is indigenous to this land and this land only. Nowhere else. Outsourced, yes. It's original, autochthonous right here. Matter of fact, to the Mississippi, the bayou, that's where okra. In okra. Anyway, and there was a tribe pretty much named after that. Anyway, of antiquity. So I got the vegetable broth going. I put the iodine salt and I put a little bit of turmeric just to, you know, and paprika. Gotta have a little heat. I got the okra, chopped the tomato, put it over the fire, pulled the skin off, you know, diced up the tomatoes real good, got rid of the seeds, didn't want her joints, I wanted the joints to heal, got rid of the seeds, all of them. Popped the tomatoes in, and half a thing of corn, made her personal 2 servings, I had to make a whole bunch more. Anyway, and she couldn't believe it. She's like, boy, you went back in time? No, Mama, I didn't go back in time. I remember what you showed me. I was always up under in the kitchen, in the garden, you know. Put the chicken head between the 2 nails. Hold it steady, the hatchet. Then chase the chicken, run around, blood squirting everywhere. Yard birds. I'm not talking about chickens from the store, people. We grew, we had our own. They didn't have all these chemicals and crap. Collard greens and cabbage and big old collard gardens right beside the home. We didn't go no shopping. We grew and pickled and put in mason jars. Salted pork, salted fish. Ain't nobody had no high blood pressure and all that crap. Heart problems and all that. I know. You like that, Papa? Oh, the hatchet. I know. You like for us using. Hey, Papa. I know he's up. Hey, come on. Come on. I'll get you a treat in a minute. Come on up. Anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down, guys. Oh, anybody else say anything? Because my apologies. 7 battles back in the days. Yeah, I remember one rap battle in the corner to the first one. Yep. Excuse me. Because you know I can run my mouth all day. Navigate across the ice walls. Yes. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna read that with those books. So I got the books laid out. I'm gonna read them. And I'm going to stick to it. I had to find new stuff, but I'm also going to inform as far as other information. I'm going to literally open books and say, look what I found. This is what I knew of. I wasn't sure about. I also found it here. I'm going to give you the references, the sources. If you want to purchase the stuff, then so be it. Like I said, I was supposed to pick something up today. On my phone, it says, I'll be in tomorrow. So I wonder if the enemy's manipulating with the mail. But FedEx is supposed to be there. I'm going to go and check the post office later on today. But I'm going to read before I go over there. I don't care just to see if I got a slip or a key. I can pick it up tomorrow. I'm not in no rush. Will you behave yourself for a minute? What you mean, no? Huh? What do you mean, no? I gave you fresh mineral water. Yeah, I did. I did too. What do you mean, no, I didn't? I'll show you. Come on. It's right there. I gave you some new stuff right here. Come on, look. Come on. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. My apologies, Papa. I am so sorry. I didn't even notice. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And I got to go downstairs and get that one. Wait, I'm gonna hang up, right? I'm gonna hang up with these guys here. Our family. Relatives is one thing, family is another. It's supposed to be one and the same, but this is not. Hopefully they'll snap about the coma. All right. My apologies. You was right on point. I am so sorry, Papa. Well, not sorry, because then I'd be a sorry ass. But my apologies. I thought I had it all. And you know what? When I vacuum, I still got a vacuum over there by the window too, where you are doing your little magic. There you go, Papa. And it's minerals. There's minerals in it. It's mineral drops, okay? No charcoal, though. No charcoal in that one. I'm going to have to get off, y'all. You heard him talking, right? I got up, went over, and he started running between my legs. I'm telling you, they talk. You just got to know how to listen, all right? So, anyway, I appreciate everybody. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Share this. Let people know if you find it enthusiastic or not. I mean, let's get everybody. He's happy, boy. Anyway, let's get everybody over here so we can better the encampment, the tribe. We can get people to see beyond the blindness and the things that hold them or compel them in a certain situation that doesn't allow them to become who they're supposed to be. Allow the light in them to be brighter than what it's supposed to be. We don't need no fake gurus who are part of the issue, misleading people, misrepresenting who the truth of who you are. We don't need none of that. Okay? Appreciate you all, my beautiful sisters and my beloved brothers. 2 to 1. You already know. Thank you.